Ladies and gentlemen, Big Terror News.
Hey, kia ora koutou whānau. Welcome back to another edition of Bright Hairy News. How are we all? Is that right? Bright hairless news, bright hard news. Got the heart.
I mean, there's a lot of hair going on, you know.
Sure.
It's just in different spots.
It's true.
Sure. Hey team, welcome to the show. This is our last live BHN show of the year. We specifically say BHN because tomorrow night we're starting a brand new podcast, which we'll talk to you about as we go through the evening. But hey, welcome everybody. Hey Chewie, hey Ems, hey Magenta, how's things?
Kia ora.
Kia ora.
I was just saying before we went to air, in a retail environment, Christmas is just horrific 9 times out of 10. At my workplace today, we had 3 different arguments going on at the same time.
Oh, what were they? Can we participate?
It was magical. I don't know, man. No, because I don't know how to conceal it by telling the story, but it was pretty gross. And I'm surprised that people weren't having their cameras out. It would have been great.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, that's that thing, eh? You got like watching that judge at the Northern Club, which is a story we didn't talk about last night because it's just so culture wars. But he had, as soon as someone pulls a camera out and you're being an ass, you should stop being an ass. You know, it's this day and age. This day and age, Chewie.
Oh, it's something as I've mellowed with age. It's sometimes you just got to think, I have mellowed with age.
Oh no! Oh geez, I don't want to know what young Chewie's like.
Think about that. Yeah, just going. I don't care about this or you at this point, and I'm like, do what you want. That's okay.
I have an image of Chewie mellowing with age, right there. That's it.
Okay, this is a story that I can tell. I once chased a customer out of my shop, and not at my current employer, after I broke a broom handle across my knee and told him to behave himself, and then he took a swipe at me, and I chased him out into the street. I have mellowed with age.
We often go too long in this show when there's 2 of us. Now that there's 4 of us,
3 of us.
3 of us.
Yeah, Magenta was frozen for a bit there. It was a great freeze frame though, I'll be honest.
Yeah.
They look really happy.
So welcome Emily. Thanks for joining us tonight. We'll welcome Magenta when Magenta comes back. You all good? What's been happening with you today? Anything exciting?
Yes, actually. Do you want to sneak peek or something a little bit?
Ooh.
Up
to you.
Sneaky.
Up to you.
Give me a second. Should have probably prepped this.
I'm just replacing Magenta. This is good live broadcasting. This is the way. Here we go.
Who dat? Who dat?
Emily and Magenta.
Nice.
So it's a bit of a sneaky whip for you.
Nice. So when the new BHM merch comes out next year, we've got some more product. Look, speaking of, good time to mention it. I'm very excited, Whānau, because as you all know, the store went a bit crazy and we kind of had to pull it back a bit to get on top of it, and now we're on top of it. So I've uploaded all of the hoodies that we have in stock. So there is a limited run. Emily, what are you wearing right now?
Stock clearance. Everything must go.
Yeah, we're going to go full screen. Emily, show us that one.
Oh Jesus, I didn't expect that.
No, not Jesus, just Pat. But thanks anyway.
It's great. It's a great large hoodie.
We're going full again. There we go. Emily's got the pink buffer, and the reason I wanted to show you Emily's is I've put all of the the hoodies up, and in the Buffer brand, there is literally, if you go to pink, there is one pink hoodie left. That's it. One pink hoodie left in the Buffer brand. There is limited runs on everything. As you can see, there's no XLs of green left. There's only one maroon, and it's 3XL. So what we've just done is, towards the end of the run, we've put everything up there for you guys to grab. There is hoodies for all of them. There is even an orange hoodie or two left for Chewies. And if you want them, they're there. We are now back onto it, able to get the stuff out to you. Obviously, we will put it on or in the post, I'm not sure which is the correct verbiage, before Christmas, but it's highly unlikely that you will receive it before Christmas. You can talk to New Zealand Post about that. So bhnshop.nz, we've got the T-shirts all going now, we've got the hoodies all going now, and of course, showing us that little preview, we should also mention we have got the stickers all going now. And oh, look, now Chewie's camera's going. We're going to have this all night, aren't we? The
They
Christmas
real.
gods are against us.
They
my
fit in
head's
my
gone as
wallet.
well.
Look, they fit in my wallet, guys.
Ooh, fancy.
So,
Carry them around town.
as I said, if you're interested, I mean, we had such a nice warm patch. I was like, who's going to buy hoodies? And I'm wearing hoodies all day today. It's chilly where we
cold
are. And so I'm sure some people kind of from Wellington South may still be like us and be hoodie wearers in the summer. Or if you want to wear a hoodie in the winter, maybe you have to get in now because we have limited numbers that we are selling. bhnshop.nz. Yes, I've got Nikki Noboats on. There we go. And I got to say hello to Andrew. Andrew, who I met today. Chewie, I met Andrew today at the bowling club. We stopped in there,
nice. And
Andrew saw this, and he went, "Oh, I know the guy. Oh, Pat." So I was like that. I was like, "Oh, hey." So I was wearing my own merch for some reason at the bowling club. And so if you're watching, Andrew, from the bowling club, it was very nice to meet you today. And there we go. So tonight, team, I thought what we'd do is there's a couple of stories we want to talk about. I think the big one that we want to talk about, because we are just in the culture wars, nothing else, is old Luxo Flakes bailing on Waitangi. Now, to be fair, Helen Clark bailed on Waitangi, John Key bailed on Waitangi, Luxon as well. It does feel a bit more pointed with the treaty principle bills going on, so we'll have a look at that. And also, we'll have a look at the, I've got a very, I think, entertaining thing to show you about the GDP. I know the GDP is very dry and very boring for a lot of people, but we are in a recession. And Treasury has done some recalculations. They've rechecked their numbers. They've showed their workings, Chewie. And they've actually updated a bunch of the last 3, 4, 5 years as to accurately what had happened. And Katie Bradford says, and I quote in the article, "The times we thought we were in recession, we weren't over the past few years." Remember the last government, what they were in? They might have been in recession. And you remember what the current Prime Minister said about the last guys because they were in recession? Well, it seems that they actually weren't in recession. So we just might have to revisit some of Mr. Luxon's tweets that he was saying about when a government goes into recession.
Oh, that's not fair, Pat. You can't use
correct.
the man's own words against him. That's very mean.
Well, all we do here is we hold this government to the standard they insisted of the last government, or to the standard they set for themselves. So, Chewie, you can go fuck yourself. It's plenty fair enough.
Yeah, we beat them with their own stick, Chewie.
Yeah, Chewie. So is there anything you guys want? I'm also got a bunch of numbers and boring data that only Emily's going to enjoy to show you guys.
Have you seen my graphs?
Why
Have
only
you
me?
seen my graphs?
Because
Did you see my graphs?
Because you're the, I know that you do YouTubing yourself, and you're the me in your kind of group. So. How is this? Hang on, are we comfortable with this, Chewie? I'm on top, Chewie. Chewie, you're the bottom at the moment.
You did say you were a top. We do know this. So
are you
hang on, I had
Chewie?
it before. It was correct.
yeah, it's because we got zucked.
Oh,
Here we go.
There we go.
Did you even know you could do that?
yes.
Oh.
Yeah, do it at random.
Oh, okay. Okay, guys, calm down. We have a show
Oh
to do.
no!
No?
Oh, it's chaos.
Okay,
Oh,
I'm sorry.
I'm in the wrong place.
I'm now actually confused. I'm like playing one of those Tetris games. I can't. Okay, there we are back. Okay.
It's a Rubik's Cube.
I think there are people out there with various conditions that strobe lighting effects who might be in trouble now after we just did
sorry.
that. So apologies in advance. So I reckon we just get into the stories. We'll do those, and then we're going to talk a bit about where we've come in the last 12 months. And then I want to open up Discord. Fingers crossed Discord's working, but give you guys a chance watching tonight to jump in there. And if we can get in there by, 9:30, 9:40, we can spend half an hour, 40 minutes chatting with you guys if you want to do that. Up to you about whatever you want about the year that's gone. So before we get into it, let's just say thanks to the super chats. JK just saying for $20, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Thank you very much, very generous. But of course, Peter's more generous because it's $20.25. So, so Peter's in the lead at the moment.
That's next year. He's done 2020.
Oh.
I get it.
Oh,
He's done it in a
you're
monetary
smartest.
form.
I thought he was just trying to push JK just saying's face and it going, 25 cents.
both?
No.
Why not
Why
both?
not both? Wishing all the BHN crew, viewers and listeners a happy and safe Christmas and New Year. We've got a lot to fight for. Recharge those batteries. There's much waiting for us in 2025. Kiwi Bird, here is my $2 pre-order for a BHN hat. I'm working on it. It's going to involve being sent probably from Sweden. That's how much I'm working on it. It's going to get the right, because it's got to be the right hat. If anyone's going to get the right hat, it's going to be me. Excel Dare, thank you for your super chat. Short-term media loss again. Okay. So happy to take your thoughts, happy to take your chats, happy to interact with you, and especially on Discord. In fact, maybe we should just mention it now. I saw Kiwi Skirt's already done it. Let me just bring it across to make sure people are first timers, they know what to do. There's this thing called Discord. I don't really understand it. But in Discord, what you want to do is head down here to the bottom where there is I'll just get on, shall I? Shall I get on? There is a waiting room down there. See the waiting room down there in the bottom left-hand corner above the live call-in? If you want to talk to us, and it won't be for the next half hour, but if you want to get in there soon, you're welcome to do that. Get onto Discord and pop yourself in the waiting room, and we will likely have a chat with you in the second half of this hour, if you'd like to. And if you wouldn't like to, that's fine as well. All right, team, let's do GDP first, eh? I think we do GDP first because for a lot of people, they're going, yes, exactly, more boring, not more boring. Not more boring once we start to remind people what Luxon was all about when he was talking about recessions with the other guys. So let's get into this. Man, with 4 people, my brain's freaking out. The Golden Fox wants to talk to us about it.
To other news now, and another confirmation we're facing tough times. GDP figures, that's gross domestic product, show our economy has suffered its worst 6 months since 1991, not including COVID. Statistics New Zealand's snapshot of our economic growth verifying we're deep in a recession. Let's go now.
Yeah, what was happening in 1991, Chewie? Something happened?
I was 11.
I was minus 3. So,
I was 42.
I wouldn't. No, I wasn't there.
No.
Yeah, that's wild.
The business correspondent Katie Bradford to explain more. Katie.
Well, Simon, it's not looking good and a much bigger drop than many expected.
She forgot to say, it's not looking good. And Merry Christmas, everybody. Hope you have a good time. She left that bit out.
In the 3 months ending September quarter, GDP fell by 1%. But Stats NZ has been pretty busy revising figures for the past year. So let's take a look. That 1% drop is on the far right there. And
I wonder if they put it on the far right for any particular reason. I was just thinking that was quite an intonation, is on the far right. You know what I'm saying? The far right there.
in the June quarter, the economy actually contracted by 1.1%. But in the first half of this year, it was actually stronger, hitting positive territory, up 0.3%. That's the same for the 3 months to December. So what's driving that?
So that would be after. What was that? What was that government that was in that would have been responsible for that December quarter and stuff, Chewie? Was it National? Were they responsible for that?
Some commies, I
Yeah,
bet.
probably. All right.
Latest decline. Activity slumped in 11 of 16 industries.
Jeez.
Manufacturing down 2.6%. Those high energy prices we saw in winter
Sorry, just once again, Merry Christmas, New Zealand.
are hitting hard, and we've seen that in those mill and plant closures across the country. Construction continues to face a bust, down 2.8%. Arts and recreation also taking a fall, down 2.9%. We have seen growth in real estate, agriculture and forestry.
Because Luxon's been selling his rental properties. That's why there's been a growth in real estate, specifically because of that.
Overall, though, it's a pretty bleak picture to end the year on.
Have to stress, of course, today's figures are to the...
Simon Dallow wears pants. If anything,
Fuck's sake.
if I've learned anything from Will Ferrell, is that newsreaders are supposed to be in boxes. He's got pants on. What a waste of a
summer,
desk.
mate. New Zealand news.
What a
They
waste
should
of
be
it.
stuffing
Imagine if you were
some
wearing
jandals.
shorts and jandals.
He should have sunburn around his knees.
Yep.
This is very disappointing.
Very disappointing.
End of September, those 3 months. It's almost 3 months later. What's the current situation like?
We've probably hit bottom. It hurts. It's really hard out there. But because we've seen those revisions,
Listen.
it does mean that in the times we thought we were in recession over the past couple of years, we weren't. Earlier this year, when we thought things were tough, it was actually okay. It's a lot harder now. That all means that the economy's actually the growth has actually been, or lack of it, about what we expected. When we look at it now for the December quarter, we're seeing consumer and business confidence up, retail spending starting to lift a bit, interest rates, of course, falling.
We'll
It's
see
all
about
that
that.
impact of those interest rates does take some time, so we're really only starting to see it now.
All right.
So, team, we need to look at this. I'll read out the quote for you again. The times we thought we were in recession, we weren't over the last few years. You know, there was this idea about Labor putting us into recession. It appears now that we weren't in recession. But when National thought that Labor had put us into recession, they were pretty direct on it. Christopher Luxon, today it was announced that New Zealand is in a recession. Let me be clear. Labor has badly mismanaged our economy with wasteful spending and anti-growth policies. And it is you that are paying the price with higher interest rates, higher food prices, and higher inflation. New Zealand needs strong economic management to get through these difficult times. Just a reminder, we weren't in recession there. We are now under the strong financial management, the strong economic management. A national government I lead will deliver this. National has a plan to fix the economy. I'll just say it again. We're in recession now. We weren't then. But that's good. We will stop wasteful government spending, give you tax relief, and deliver the skills, infrastructure, and innovation New Zealand needs to thrive. It is only through strong economic management that we can lift incomes, solve the cost of living crisis, and afford the health and education services Kiwis deserve. National will get the economy back on track so you can get ahead. Let me remind you, according to the Treasury, according to Stats New Zealand, we weren't in recession then, but we are now. So I'm just wondering, because like Luxon, a man of integrity, I'm sure that still all applies today, wouldn't you say,
that's the word
Chewie?
I'd use.
Yeah.
It's almost like maybe they lied to us. I don't know. Maybe there wasn't a recession.
What?
Maybe it was just convenient rhetoric. I don't know.
Hi, Labor social media team. Just a thought. You might want to clip that. You might want to run straight to his page right now, hit print screen, and start memeing the shit out of it, because that is so on the nose. And this is what I love about politicians that are so confident that ideologically they can't be wrong, and ideologically the other side are always wrong. Because if you come in that fucking hot and you go, I'm the only one that can take the economy through this. Am I? Yes, I've been told that I am. I am the only one, and it will definitely happen. And there won't be four goons on a podcast that come back through my Twitter timeline and show me what a fucking buffoon I am, and I don't know what I'm talking about. Basically, at any stage, like this is laughable. Yes, it's a 1% GDP fund, but what I loved is what was mentioned in that story, the reference to 1991. 1991, very important time in New Zealand political history, something that has left psychic scars on our society that are still felt today. This
Ruthie.
bitch, Ruthanasia, our own version of Margaret Thatcher. And by that, I mean She should be in a grave that is covered in piss all the time. She hasn't got there yet. She's still lurking around in right-wing think tanks. She's still walking around in public. That shouldn't be allowed. This woman did horrible things to this country. Horrible things. Unemployment rate after her mother of all budgets, which she named after something Saddam Hussein said. She heard Saddam Hussein say something and went, that's a snappy title for my budget.
Ay, ay, ay.
That's mental, right? Ruth
It's a great
Richardson's
time.
mother of all budgets in 1991 led to 10% unemployment.
Holy she.
It
Hoy.
led also to the formation of New Zealand First.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I have heard about that. Yeah.
This is why, and that indirectly led to MMP, because this was such a horrible time in New Zealand society. She did so much damage. There were so many people unemployed. Surely you would go, these guys are out at the next election. No, because it was first past the post. They got back in again. And people went, well, that's a very clear sign that our system is fucked. Let's try another one. And that's where MMP came from in New Zealand. So that sets the scene. If I was Nicola Willis, and who are they comparing me to? Ruth. Oh, fuck.
Can I
That
just
is
point
very,
out?
very bad.
Yes, Emily.
She looks a lot like Nicola Willis. Do you
She
reckon?
does.
It's kind of a
Because they're
spitting
grown
image,
in
is
a
it?
lab.
Oh. Okay. That's scary.
What about the Friday night team? Any thoughts, guys? Love to hear them.
Oh, I mean,
What did you expect?
yeah.
My favorite
like-
thing in there was that, like, this is why we have higher interest rates. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure I read recently that they're starting to go down. So wait, is he taking credit for higher interest rates? Because his interest rates are going down, aren't they?
Mm.
Yeah,
I
slowly.
don't know. I mean, slowly,
don't know.
yes. But he's like, this is why we have higher interest rates. It's like, no, it's going down. But you're not even going to take credit for that? Okay, sure. Easy win. No? Okay.
No, it's Labour bad. Remember, Labour bad. They do everything bad. It's definitely not their own fault. It's definitely not any consequences of their own actions. And I'm definitely not getting sick of waking up every day to something bad that Luxon has done or that this government has done. It is never ending.
They don't even have the same excuse that Ruth Richardson's budget had, which was at that point, at the period of the late 80s, New Zealand was fucked. There was no money left. That's why Roger Douglas came along and going, I've been reading this book on the toilet. It's called Neoliberalism. It sounds really good. Let's try it. Let's sell everything this country owns. He was a Labour finance minister at that time. Everyone went, shit, well, you're the only one with an idea, we're going to do it. And then the country threw Labour out, and in comes the national government in 1991 or 1990 or wherever it was, that led to that budget, that led to hotlines being set up so you could knock on your neighbours if they were on a benefit. And they had like you're on a solo mum benefit and a man stays around, you can call the government and dob them in. That's where we were at. That was the demonization of anybody on a benefit, specifically the DPB.
And what about cash registers at the A&E department? That was in the 90s as well with under National.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah. It was grim. Like, I still remember how grim it was and noticeable even to me as essentially, as an 11-year-old, dad being out of work. I think my mum worked at the IRD at that point. It was bad in Timaru. There was so much unemployment. Like, this is when people would, when Luxon was talking about high unemployment and we were looking at what, under 3%? There's too many people on benefits. And I'm like, mate, you have no idea. Do you know what our society looks like with 10% unemployment? That is grim.
No.
And these guys seem to be real keen to charge right through 5% without even slowing down.
But Chewie, the good news is we do have someone who can push back against the current government. and that's the opposition from last year. Because all those messages from the opposition from last year actually take the government today down quite easily. So, we just have to keep trolling through those Twitter feeds and find the opposition from last year's messages that will help take down the government this year's messages. Let's do some super chats, and let's then move into Christopher Luxon being scared of Waitangi, and then we can get into the fun half. This is not fun. Chewie getting fun is always fun. Something like that. JK just saying does not want to be outdone, so just donated a $20 super chat. Thank you, appreciate that, JK. We were joking, but I guess jokes pay well. Mr. Arvid's Mary Committee whānau, thanks for Humahi and stepping up to fill in some kind of the media boots. Saber Love, discovering this channel has been one of the highlights of 2024. Also Free Palestine, love Wiki. A couple of other chats here. GDP equals government done. Fuck all. Buck says, how was your bowling club dinner? I didn't go for dinner. We actually went there, Chewie, to say, are you guys open Christmas morning? We wanted to find out, and they're not this year, which is a shame. And I bought some muesli, and my partner got a drink. So that's what we had. I didn't actually eat anything there, but they're great. Great. Everyone should go there. Mr. Arvid says he should have short shorts and flip-flops. Yeah, I'm currently naked from the waist down. It's just what you do in this kind of thing.
You can't do a commentary show without poo bearing it. That's what I learned.
Just
Okay.
with it.
Oh no, that sounds. I had a literal nightmare about that last night. So no, literally had a nightmare about
The
it.
texture of your cheeks
Excellent.
against your bare butt cheeks. No, thank you. I'm okay.
I'm putting on fluffy stuff, so it's not so bad.
All right. DIY. Ruth Richardson's mother of all budgets, 91, led to over 10% unemployment in New Zealand. Did anyone see Seymour respond to Chloe about money spent by government? They're spending 3% more than Labour and getting less. I did not see that, Exaldia. Maybe I'll look it up tomorrow and book it in for January when we come back. I'll put it on Twitter, something like that. Kiwi Bird, no boats, but hey, Nikki blew up the economy. James Black, notice how GDP dips after the May 2024 budget. Of course. Frosty, even Sir Voldemort Douglas said the mother of all budgets was too far. Wu Ming, she hangs out with Seymour at Atlas events. And Frosty again. Ruth Richardson even has close connections to the Atlas network and is a board member of the Taxpayers Union. I normally go. Anything else in the chat you want to get to, Chewie? But Emily and...
Look at that. That's peak New Zealand culture there.
Jeez.
Oh, stunning.
Yeah.
And I can say that
How do we
again,
bring that back?
A personal anecdote. My favourite was being scarred for life by seeing my Form 2 teacher's bollock popped out when he was trying to write on the blackboard. And
Wait,
he had to let the class go because he couldn't get control. Again, I assume of us, the students, but maybe also his bollock.
My mum has a similar story from when she was a young person
About her bollock
too, but
popping out. What? Hang on.
No, it
What?
was about someone else's bollock popping out as they
okay.
were rowing a dinghy. So, I mean, it sounds like it was a very 80s experience.
This sounds
Well,
like a
look at those
world of
shorts.
metaphors. A world of metaphors. The bollock popped out while they were rowing the dinghy. It sounds,
Oh, no, there were plenty
So
of those
that-
other stories.
those outfits are literally just junior school boys' uniforms.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's literally that's it with the tie.
It's just Simeon's wardrobe.
No, he went into long pants last week. A couple more super chats. Willis did say when she became Minister of Finance that Richardson was her role model, along with Shipley. and
Why would
Thatcher.
you say that out loud? People should have booed her.
Jesus.
There should have been food hitting her at that moment.
No wonder
But
she
she could have
sucks at
done that
this.
statement in an empty room, and then suddenly there's fruits and vegetables hitting her.
I mean-
oh my god!
Even
They should have disqualified
Seymour's,
her for the job, bro.
even Seymour's smart enough to not admit that Mussolini is his hero. He doesn't say it out loud, but All right, let's get to this not last story, but the second story we're going to do tonight, which is about our hairless leader making a cowardly move.
Prime Minister isn't going to Waitangi next year. Christopher Luxon will instead...
There is something wrong in the world when I'm going to be at Waitangi and the Prime Minister is not. There is
You heard
something...
it here first. That's why Luxon's not going.
Yeah, scared of me.
Why?
Scared of me. Calling you out.
Mark our National Day elsewhere. The head of the Waitangi National Trust has labelled the move disappointing, while organisers of the recent hikoi say they don't want him there anyway. Political editor Mikey Sherman has more.
Yeah, bro,
Waitangi
stay
this
away.
year was explosive.
You and your shitty ass bill are going down the toilet. So stop the crap. Stop the nonsense.
The government held to account.
We will keep talking, sometimes boisterously.
But with
Just not this Waitangi.
Boisterously.
Yeah.
Sometimes boisterously.
Just not February 2025.
February just around the corner, Christopher Luxon spent all week.
And check out the cowardly nature. Waited till the day after Parliament had closed to then announce it. And even though he was still in Wellington, refused to talk to the media. What a coward.
Tiptoeing around this question.
Are you planning to attend Waitangi next year?
Look, I've had a number of invitations. I haven't yet made a decision. Again, I haven't made a decision
To
about
what?
that. As I said yesterday, I've had several invites from iwi across the country.
A day after Parliament had shut down for the year, he made a call. He's not going.
As far as I'm concerned, there is no other place to be on Waitangi Day than at Waitangi itself. So in that case, I'm very disappointed.
He says the Prime Minister phoned him an hour before the decision went public.
I know there's a whole lot of pressures on the government, the Prime Minister, but at the Waitangi National Trust, we want to keep holding those conversations as heated as they may get.
The Prime Minister says it's always been his intention to celebrate Waitangi Day with different iwi.
You know, I don't know if I call him a coward, I'd just say it's a little bit pathetic.
I think it's a gutless decision. I think it shows the Prime Minister's lack of commitment towards the relationships with tangata whenua and Aotearoa.
Despite the Prime Minister being in Wellington today, he refused to front up to media, leaving Labour to argue Christopher Luxon is simply running away from his problems.
Now, this has been a heck of a year. They've been attacking Māori just about every couple of weeks in terms of legislation.
Hikoi organisers say they don't want anyone from government at Waitangi, but with the Māori Queen in attendance, others believe the Prime Minister should be too.
I believe that you front up. This is our Queenie's very first time at Waitangi.
Helen Clark, John Key and Bill English all refused to attend Waitangi at various times. The Prime Minister's office today confirming the latest snub isn't due to safety concerns.
Whether he likes it or not, he is the leader. He needs to front up, and with that accountability comes scrutiny and pressure.
Winston Peters and David Seymour say they will attend Waitangi with no confirmation on where Christopher Luxon will go. Mikey Sherman, One News.
I think XLD knows where he's going to go. Chewie, you said it the other night, I think. He's going to Te Puke. He'll be in Te Puke / Hawaii is where he's going to be. How about we throw the ball to the youngins for the first time for this conversation, Chewie?
This is all Magenta.
Magenta, thoughts?
I mean, I am the Māori in the room. Like, it's probably good for the white people to go after me. Not gonna lie, but yeah, I mean, let's be real. It's our first Queenie's Waitangi. That in of itself, on top of everything he has done to Māori this year, it just feels like the cherry on top, like the stamp on the envelope to say, yep, fuck you. I don't actually give a shit about you. I don't care about the racial division that's happening. And I'm going to pretend that I'm sharing my time, equally. Like, what a dog whistle. It's just gutless. His job nuts. And, I mean, we don't want him there, but the thing is, it should be up to us to reject him. Bah! I was honest when I saw that, I was just fuming. I was furiously typing to many people, just another example of how he sucks at this job. He really just sucks.
He does.
He could at least, there's so many times where he could have done things to position himself just so much better, so that he could at least try to pretend and gaslight us better. I've had exes who have been better at gaslighting than this. Like, honestly, like F.
Chewie, you got a rave or a rant?
Oh, I've got so many thoughts. I knew this was coming. Because why would you say at any point I haven't made up my mind?
Yeah.
Like, I haven't made up my mind was that weak, half telegraphing what you're going to say anyway. Just make a decision. But you can't even be decisive about that. So you fumbled that because you didn't want that being injected into the final day of Parliament. So you get lots of invites. I'm a very popular guy. But yes, not recognizing the political capital that's in front of him seems to have been like the vein that runs through this whole year. He can't recognize political capital if it's right in front of him, if it fucking bit him. This was his chance to come, like, knowing that this year has been incredibly divisive, that there's so many things against Māori. This is his chance that he could have poured some oil on that water and smoothed it all down a little bit. Yes, Waitangi can be a rambunctious place. It's not, it's not in the house. You can't call someone a racist or a liar, and that's why I think he's ducking it. I think he's too thin-skinned and he has no ability to deal with that.
Yeah.
And so he's going to go somewhere else. This is what I want to happen. Wherever he's going, I hope there is a mob. I hope that it isn't this lovely managed, we've found a friendly, quiet, civilized Waitangi celebration somewhere to Puki away from the cameras, and we'll stage a photo op. I hope he is mobbed. I hope he is confronted, as he would have been at Waitangi, about everything that he has allowed into the political discourse in this country over the last 12 months. He let Seymour do this.
Mm-hmm.
Not even a bottom line, not even a hard negotiation. He doesn't get it. He doesn't get race relations in this country. He doesn't see the ability to try and mend fences at this point or build bridges. He's not an engineer.
No, he built planes. That's why he's so good at running away.
Tried to trademark Kia ora? Because it's a magazine. And with no other relevance. Like the flip side of this is, and this is sort of dovetailing into what you said, Magenta. It is Queenie's first Waitangi, and she can have it without this incapable, spineless, empty-shirted jellyfish man fucking it up for her. And I hope that is the focus of Waitangi if Luxon's not going to be there. I want this now to be, rather than Luxon's going to be there and we're going to get in his face and we're going to hold him to account and we're going to show him how angry we are. I want Waitangi to be a true celebration of what Māori have done this year to unite, to show force, to show face, to show mana, and we'll ignore him. Like, if Luxon's not going to be there, I don't care if anybody else is there now. Is Seymour going to be there? Don't care. Is Winston going to be there? Fuck him. The only people that can be at Waitangi next year are people that want Māori as part of our society, as part of how this country is, how it's going to be run, and what its future is. Not these old dinosaurs that want to tear it down. That's my hope now.
About all we got.
All right, team. I'm going to just do something because I want to just test that Discord is going before I tell everyone to go there. So, Detective Rogers, heads up. I'm going to come to you in a second and say g'day. We're not going to talk to you. We're not going to talk to you now, but you are our testing system to make sure that this thing is working, and then I'll put you back in the hold room, and then we'll come back and talk to you shortly.
Just a full-throated scream. That's what we want.
So, Detective Rogers, can you say g'day to us? Your mic's off at the moment, Detective Rogers. I've just got this thing that it won't work tonight for some reason. Detective
I mean,
Rogers,
to be
are you
fair, we
there?
did put him on the spot.
We did, but there are other people there. Oh,
I'm sorry, I was not up to.
Now-
I was not caught up with the stream.
hello, Mr. Rogers. How are you, sir?
Yoda.
Look,
You're probably getting echo. I'm sorry, I don't have headphones on.
That's
I'll
fine.
come back to me.
Yeah, listen, we're going to come back to you. We just wanted to test it was all working. Just everyone say
Okay.
Chewie and Magenta and to say hello. Make sure you can hear them.
Thank you for being our test dummy.
Did you hear all that,
Yoda.
Rogers?
Yeah, I can.
Okay, dude.
Even without headphones.
I'm going to put you back on in the room. We'll come to you first. We wanted to test it to make sure it's going. So, team, it's been a really big year for us here at BHN.
Yeah.
The history of the show goes back to late 2019 into 2020-ish. And when this started up, it was an idea started by me where I had a whole bunch of people around me who would come on board and do a show with me. And, you know, I know a lot of comedians. So, you know, Jeremy Elwood would do one and we have all these people coming and doing it. And I thought, of course, arrogantly, well, this will be so successful straight away. It'll get funding and then I'll be able to pay these high profile comedians and yada, yada. And it didn't happen. And it didn't peter out, but it didn't get the traction that I wanted it to at the start. And then me and Chewie kind of started doing this. Chewie was one of the group that was in the rotation. And I'm not quite sure, Chewie, if it was a choice, like a conscious decision, but we just kind of kept doing it. And then it became you and me. And then I think the reality is, remember I talked the other night about Duncan Garner and I said the thing that the mainstream media does wrong is they say, you're going to like this. And then they put it out there. And if it doesn't work, they can't figure it out. This is kind of the reverse, I think. Me and Chewie started doing this basically permanently. The odd time Chewie went off to a stock take or a comedy gig, other people filled in. But we started putting this out there and then the community started to grow around us. And I still love all those people, you know, very, very rare occasion we get Jeremy coming in to fill in or that sort of thing. And you guys enjoy him and it's good, yeah? But I think what's happened is, as is evidenced by the community, it's like I don't want to say we were trying to get high profile people, but like just two dumbasses in Dunedin with some vibes and some thoughts. The community kind of grew up around it. And and then of course the journey happened for maybe 18 months, 2 years with me and Chewie doing this. And then I went away this year for a week because I had COVID, went away. I had a holiday. And we had this realization that actually we sort of need to take this more seriously, not in like a serious format, but like we kind of realized, or I kind of realized, oh shit, those people sort of need us as well. We can't just kind of be fair weather friends and go, oh, we'll come and see you guys online when we can be bothered, which is not the case, but it kind of showed me that that could never be the case. And so me and Chewie started talking about I think we need to get some other people to start up a Friday night show. And then, you know, when one of us can't be here, we have like a crew who can fill in. It doesn't mean that some of those old timers won't be back, you know, from time to time, because there's going to be times that we're doing other things. And that brought on board Emily and Magenta. I think, Emily, you came on board with me first. We were talking and chatting about things. And you even came and did a couple of shows, I think, with us.
Yeah, we did. a three-person show.
And then I got an email from Magenta.
Synonyms.
And I was like, oh yeah, this could be interesting. And I basically connected Magenta and Emily, and you can tell us the story from, but it sounded like what you said is when you guys first started talking, it went for like 3 hours and you're all talking about the same thing. When you guys first met tell us about that before we get into the show.
Well, I mean, Magenta's email was pretty much exactly what I was thinking, just along the same lines. And then I think just because of the kind of people that I've met and get along with, I thought Magenta and I would get along, and we did.
Neurodivergent radar went ping, ping, ping.
Yeah. We were just
You're
like,
not a neurotypical,
every
that's a
topic.
good sign.
We did psychology. It's great. Let's talk about this. Family trauma. Perfect. We're good.
Oh, trauma bonding. I mean, classic go-to.
Yeah. The fastest way to do it.
Yeah. And I mean, we obviously wanted to have that. We both kind of had that thing of just wanting to have a bit of positivity as well, like always ending the week with a bit of a palate cleanser, because obviously I'd been watching you guys for a long time by that point. So it was like, yeah, there's some weeks where I was actually just getting to the point where I was like, I might have to take like a whole week or so off the show just to like, whoo, back down. But yeah, and then obviously we came on.
Yeah, and so we started up the Friday night show, and I'm going to say what's happening next year. I think we've all agreed to this, but let's just let people know that we're taking 11 shows off, so just 2 weeks worth, not a huge amount of time. I mean, there's public holidays and stuff in there which we don't normally broadcast on, and then I think it's the 13th of January. Emily and Magenta are going to come back and do a week, and then me and Chewie are going to come back the 20th of January. And we'll go back to, for that week, the 4 shows in one, like we're doing now, except the one difference is I'm doing those 4 shows, and on the Sunday I'm getting married and taking 2 more weeks off. And during those 2-week periods, these three lovely people over here will sort out what's happening. But the point is, we can continue.
Do to the show what Nicola Willis has done to the economy.
They're gonna,
okay, no, we're not going to do that.
I thought that
they're going to
might
shave
happen.
off. They're going to shave off millions of views and subscribers. I get it. That's okay. We can start building again when I get back. And it just means that this will become and continue to be hopefully what you guys want and what you guys are enjoying. And we really appreciate what's been going on. We'll get to some of those chats and super chats in a minute, but I do want to do this. We did this last year, take you through a little bit of a journey of the last 12 months in particular versus where we've come from. So here's some facts and figures. These are YouTube numbers only, because to be honest, we blew up on TikTok. A lot of people found us through there, but there hasn't been the ability time-wise to keep that momentum. Where we have been focusing our time is pretty much on YouTube. So I'm just going to give you some YouTube ideas. So this is 2023, right? So 12 months ago, the 12 months leading up to 12 months ago. In the whole year of 2023 on YouTube, we had 450,000 views, and we gained 3,000 subscribers over the 12-month period. In the last 28 days, we had 413,000 views, and we gained 1,500 subscribers. So we're pretty much doing monthly now what we were doing in a year. And there might be some people from the media world watching or pick up from this at some stage and go, "Oh, ours is bigger," and that might be the case, but we're just talking about starting literal grassroots movement, no $2 million investment, no nothing. This is the growth that we're seeing. And I'm also not silly enough to go, that'll be the same growth for 12 months from now, because basically that would mean that what we did in the whole year this year on YouTube, which is 2.8 million views, would be every month, which I don't think that's the case. There is going to be a capping point. So if you want to have a look at year over year, this year, 2024, 2.8 million views, 400,000 hours watching, 9,000 subscribers versus 450,000 views and 3,000 subscribers. So that's the trajectory that we've had. How do you feel about that, Chewie?
I just want to point out, Nicola, if you're watching, you'll notice the number go up. Good number go up.
Good number.
Bad number go down.
Good number.
Yeah.
Go up.
So,
no number go down.
So the community is growing. Yeah, you guys are growing. And we always like to share with you where we're going, because this is something that everybody owns. It really genuinely is. Whether it's an official patron, whether it's a viewer or a listener, whether it's a super chatter, like it is one of those, yes, you see us on the camera, but it is one of those things that everybody owns this and everyone's involved. So much of the information that we share on the show is from you guys, whether it's through the chats or whether it's through an email from someone that gives us a lead or something. It really is a community-based organization that puts the news out each day. So this again is 2023. I already said this, got 3,000 subscribers in 2023. In the last 28 days, we've had 1,500 subscribers, 100,000 unique viewers. So basically 100,000 people watched us at some point on YouTube in the last month. Now, those of you who don't understand media might not get those numbers, but that's bigger than most radio stations in New Zealand, certainly bigger than all local radio stations in New Zealand. So, you know, it's really a fun time. Here's 2023. These are the top videos of 2023. And unfortunately, the top video is not a BHN one from 2023. It's from one of my other podcasts. But you can see that the top video in 2023 from BHN, which is right there, got 3,000 views. That was our biggest singular video in 2023. 3,000 views. Winston Peters neuters the media. And as you can see, oh, that is the bottom of the list. You go to this year, top video this year, 137,000 views. And if you go down through the list, you don't even get anywhere near 3,000. 97, 28, 24,000, 22.
Oh, that impression
7,000.
rate is insane.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
21 million impressions.
that's a good one.
Yep. In that year before,
Big
3.8 million impressions.
Big number, good.
So this is the great, and we're not doing this for any other reason that we do consider this to be a sort of communal effort. And I want you guys to know where we're going. And this is the increase. Like I kind of said the other day in a bit of a joking way that we're a good return on investment. For those people who are patrons and stuff and you want to put your money towards something, we are a good return on investment. Like if that's what you're doing it for because you want to see the growth, this is a good return on investment. And that's why. There's one other thing I wanted to share with you, and I don't have a graph for it, but that's the subscriber base. We've now got over 14,000 subscribers. And I know, hang on, let me have a look, 14,239 as we speak. And I know
It wasn't that long ago that we were
10,000.
stoked to roll over 10.
Yep. So before BHN started, the channel was going, and I was doing other podcasting. It took 3 years and 3 months to get the first 1,000 subscribers. 3 years and 3 months. It took 15 months to get the second 1,000 subscribers. It took 10 months to get the third 1,000 subscribers. You getting the drift? So the last 4, like to go from 13 to 14,000 subscribers took 2 weeks. Before that, the 1,000 before that took 3 weeks. The 1,000 before that took 4 weeks. So we've gone from 3 years and 3 months to get 1,000 subscribers to 2 weeks for 14 days. So what's that? 1,000 days to 14 days. Oh, 1,000 days to get 1,000 subscribers. That sucks. One a day. Holy shit. So just again, letting you know where we're going.
I've got a graph for you, actually.
Oh, good.
Oh, I love a graph.
Yeah, no, it's what you're talking about. So it's nothing thing. But
Ooh,
if you go to Social Blade,
yeah,
total subscribers weekly. I mean, the number go
Number go up.
Number go up a lot.
Positive number go.
I've seen that.
Video
I've seen
views.
that before.
Yes,
not
I
even
showed you at
going down.
Christmas. No, yeah, it's not going down. I mean,
Is it capable of
there's
going down?
obviously-
Or is...
I mean, we got this is your gained subscribers and video graph. Yep, so we've got weekly video views gained. This is September 2024. I mean, obviously every number go up and down, but here's November 4th to November 11th. Obviously that's Hikoi. We also get a letter grade.
And
as
since
well.
since the Hikoi, we've kind of doubled our output. Some algorithms pick this up, and that's, you know, on the regular this evening show, the 9 p.m. till 10:30ish p.m. live show, by the end of a couple of days is hovering around 5,000 views. And remember, I told you something. I came across one the other day. I came across an episode, a full episode, not a clip, that had 22 views. And I looked at my partner and said, why the hell did I keep doing this? I don't know. I actually don't know. But the thing about that is, for you guys who are supporting us, whether it's through Patreon, through merch, through Super Chats, or through just consuming our content, what we've done is we've built this over 2 to 3 years. So in other words, if someone else comes in and wants to do this, cool, welcome. A rising tide lifts all boats. But it'll take them 2 to 3 years to get here. And I don't know how we kept doing it, Chewie. Like, I can't honestly answer that. But if we hadn't have kept doing it, and I'm not saying we're here on the top right now, but we wouldn't be in a position where we're about to go to the next stage.
I think I do know why we kept on doing it. It's because we didn't have an advertiser or a backer that was going, fuck guys, 22 views, I'm taking my money elsewhere. We were doing it ourselves, and we were getting people that going, oh fuck, this is cool. You know, even from 22 views, our number went up. And that's why I think, especially after seeing all of those numbers and seeing the growth that we have, that this is the time that I announce our new sponsors. The Atlas Network, Philip Morris, and their amazing new product, boiled tobacco.
I thought it was George Soros. Wasn't it supposed to be George Soros? Wasn't he our backer?
No, well, he didn't. We gave up waiting, so we just ran to the arms of anybody that has money. So Monday and Tuesday, Atlas Talk, Philip Morris product testing, and then Wednesday, Thursday, the good people at Northrop Grumman, and we're also going back to Twitter because this. Sorry, X. Sorry, Elon. I said X.
Yeah, you just
Oh no!
Emily and Magenta, you have no idea the number of times we got accused of being paid by Labor or getting, and we used to joke about it, saying, "Oh yeah, because Jacinda drops off the little brown envelope every week in cash." It happened on Twitter this week. On Twitter this week, I got told by someone that we were receiving cash under the table, and I'd like, could you let me know where that table is? Because I
Can we have
haven't
some of that cash? That sounds real nice.
Oh, you guys are Labor shills, and it's like, yeah, look, we're on the left, but I'd hardly say we're shilling for Labor. We've been very critical.
Well,
of them.
I am.
We're simping for Labor at the most, okay? It's purely aesthetic.
We could do that for free because we're
So listen, let's hang on. Let's wrap this up because there are people in the chat who want to talk. I mean, like in the thing, and we want to go to the super chats and go to them. But I just wanted to share with you where we've been. I wanted to say huge thanks to Chewie and to Magenta and to Emily for coming on board for doing this. This is going to be a fun ride. I'm very keen to continue, keep on going and see where we can land it from here. Thank you to everyone for watching and thank you for supporting. Like, honestly, it sounds kind of corny and cheesy, but, the reason that the mainstream media don't do this and can't do this, and we've been told by some in the media they watch us because they don't understand, because we've sort of landed, not necessarily planned, but in community. And that's why this thing works. It's because of all of you around us watching, subscribing, giving, passing on the information.
telling people,
telling people is a huge thing. So thank you. It's been a wild year, and I look forward to continuing on next year. And before we keep going, does anyone want to say a quick word or anything? Not a massive tangent, because I do respect the audience.
I'm out.
Chewie's out.
I mean, I do have actually. I made a gift for the community. So if it doesn't matter if we do it after the chat, but I have made a small little meme compilation from the year for the boys to react to, as well as a few things from the community that have come through.
Okay, well
we can wait till the.
Yeah, let's do that as we wrap up. That can be like our Christmas song at the end, sort of thing.
Hook 'em through.
Yeah. Keep them listening.
Yeah.
Kenny's dead. Thanks, team, for keeping me sane this year. Tane, if you're where the dome is on Waitangi Day, fling a rubber appendage for the rest of us, please. Rajan, thank you for the super chats, by the way, Tane and Rajan. Ironic how Nats tell gangs to take responsibility for their actions and ignore their upbringing, but never want to take responsibility for their policies and keep blaming the last government. Yep, it's a very fair point. JK just saying, Luxon, I won't be at Waitangi. Everyone's going to Waitangi. Thanks. Yeah, because he won't be there, so we're all going to go. Peter, Luxon can't get away with giving the same speech a third time. Oh my God, remember that last year when it was the same speech?
Yes, I forgot about that.
Good point.
Very good point.
That's
Very
right.
good point. The same from Worming. What? No speech for a third time? Avasta. Luxon is the epitome of the blue suit wearing and stuttering Pocky Pig. Are you going to Waitangi, Luxon? No, blame Labor. That's all for this year. Thanks, folks. Ken Sparks,
old enough to know that.
How late was I? You're a little bit late. Soppy shit. I guess that's us being soppy. I don't know, maybe.
Yeah.
Frosty, no bones in the Christopher Luxon economic policy, no bones in jellyfish, no bones in tripe. Sir Robert Muldoon to describe Christopher Luxon. Probably.
Great socialist Prime Minister.
Mr. Arvids, how much will it hurt you when Chewie becomes the favourite anchor while you're away? Chewie's already the favourite. That's why he's got his own T-shirt. Look, I know how to ride that horse and make as much of my as we can.
I am that horse, just to stress.
Oh, and Mystery, thank you very much. Incredibly generous. $100 donation there. Love your work, BHN. Here's your Labour bonus for the year. Thank you very much, Mystery. It's very generous of you. Excel, dear, you're the Kiwi version of a US channel. Glad I found you. And finally, for now at least, Bill B. What Mystery Stranger said, which was, love your work, BHN. Here's your Labour bonus for the year. Thanks, Bill. Appreciate that as well. All right, guys, let's get to Discord. Now, people on Discord, I apologize because we never know, because it lists you in alphabetical order, who was first and who got there second and all that kind of stuff. I know we're going to start with Detective Rogers and then we'll just see how we go. And hopefully Detective Rogers hasn't actually gone back to watching us 10 minutes in delay because that would be unfortunate. Hello, Detective Rogers. Come in. Come in, sir.
Oh, kia ora, kia ora. Kapuna, are you listening? On your Fenwa, snow is glistening. A territy right, a territy right. Stone, oh no, go something like that. Sorry, I was still playing the stream and it started playing over you guys, so I completely could not hear myself playing.
That's fine. Your mic was
I was going
peaking
to
a
play the whole
little and
thing.
cutting you off. It was
Oh,
being-
thank you.
You'll have
Thank
to
you.
record it for us properly, and we'll have to post it on something.
That was going to be my Christmas song to you guys. No, but look, I just want to point out, thanks for bringing like just the sense of community this year. It's been great. For me particularly, it's been needed. Definitely in some stuff that's I've gone through. So it's very much appreciated, and even just from like a personal standpoint, it's one of those things that you can engage on and come back and just have a healthy discussion with healthy people, and you can sort of rely on that to be something that you can come back to, which is it's just very much appreciated. So I just wanted to thank you guys for that, for providing that environment.
Well, thanks, Detective Rogers. We'll probably just say thank you and move on, so give as many people as we can.
Yeah.
Chat. But
Absolutely.
But before we move on, do you have like a highlight of the year? Like, is there anything that springs to mind?
I want to say I just had one in my mind before, but I think it's completely slipped my mind. Yeah. I do want to point out, we were mentioning Roger Douglas earlier, and there is a specific quote I was watching him making in an interview regarding their reforms during the 90s. And he verbatim says, if you come in and a government has essentially screwed the pooch, you don't blame them. You just move on. And I just thought that was coming from
Very
him
mature.
was anyway.
All right.
Yeah.
Have a Merry Christmas,
All right.
Detective
No worries.
Rogers.
You
Thanks
too.
for being a part of us this year.
Cheers, brother.
All right, kakite.
All right, on
Bye-bye.
the best. All right, let's just start from the top. I'll get to everybody, so don't panic if it wasn't that one, because Aiden's in there as well. So a quick hello to Aiden. Good evening, sir. You with us, Aiden?
Can't hear you, brother.
Hello.
Yep,
There
we're
you
with
go.
you. There we go.
How's it going?
Good, man. How you doing? What's up?
Pop in and say, thanks for not giving up on little old New Zealand. Yeah, like I said, it feels like you guys have stepped up to fill in some media boots, even though you use their clips in journalism. Yeah, it's nice to know that some people are kind of calling this bullshit out, because it just feels like I'm going insane. Does the mainstream media not think this is insane?
I agree, Aiden.
Yeah.
You're not alone. We're all angry.
I don't know. It's just one big, sigh of what the fuck is it?
Great way to put it.
Like my mantra.
Yeah.
Aiden, it's been a pleasure having you in the chat and stuff this week, and thank you for all you've offered through the program and for the stuff behind the scenes that we've talked about but never got around to. It's greatly appreciated, and I guess we're just all going to wish you a Merry Christmas, and we'll see you in 2025.
Yes, and to you guys. Like I said, thanks for not giving up. I remember last year we were like, oh, will we continue or not? We'll discuss. But yeah, we got there.
We got there. All right, dude. Have a good Christmas. Have a good summer. We'll see you in January.
Yes, same to you guys.
All the best.
Bye bye.
Yeah, that's true, actually, Chewie. We were at one stage kind of going, I mean, we had some conversations, didn't we? I applied for a couple of jobs and stuff because, you know, got to pay the bills. But we kind of got over that hump and we're still here.
And thank God for that.
Absolutely.
All right, let's go to Action Cat. Turn your mic on there, Action Cap, and you are with us. I'll just say as well to everyone who is waiting to come and chat to us, make sure you listen to us through your headphones, don't listen to us through YouTube, and have the speakers off for us to get that delay and echo. Action Cat, to you.
Hey, big hearing news, big bright hearing news. It's good to see you guys. And I just want to say one of the reasons why people are so drawn to you is your authenticity. Like I think that's one of the reasons why people can't recreate what you have.
Yeah.
Because like a lot of the 3 News stuff, they're kind of saying, well, these people say this and National says this. I guess, you know, something must be happening in between. But really, when you are being told that seems extremely hollow. And when you're talking, it actually sounds like real. And, you know, don't ever lose that, guys, because that's just what makes you guys special. Like, if you lose that, that'll be heartbreaking, really.
Yeah.
And
it actually happened on Twitter today. I'm just looking it up. I put up a clip on Twitter today where we were talking about Nicola Willis evoking the survivors of state-endorsed torture to dodge a question on budget cuts. And someone said to me, can you share a link of your videos condemning the Labour government, please? And I just went, why? It's like, and they've got a reply. It's going to be something about bias and balance. For a balanced perspective, why else? To which I will reply, who gives a fuck about a balanced perspective? We're fair, but we're biased. We're authentic in that. So I get what you're saying.
yeah, exactly. Like, being objective is better than being balanced. Like, if you just call 2 things like even, I mean, is that even commentary? You know, that's just crazy.
I think
Anyway,
it also has more weight if, you know, we're on the left and then we criticize someone on the left for doing something.
That's true.
Or you know, it just has more impact. I think my friends in the real world will also back up that what you see on BHN is what they have been subjected to for years over beers. So, yes, authenticity, absolutely.
Yeah, guys, never lose that. Anyway, it's good to hear from you guys and keep up the good work.
All right. Thanks, Action Cat. All the best.
Cheers, guys.
What have I done? That goes there. Is it? I'm guessing it's. I was going to say cyberpunk, but there's a little star there, so maybe it's cyberfuck. I think
It's whatever you want it to be. We've had.
I'll just say cyber.
Magenta's got it. It's very open to interpretation, but of course it is referring to a certain person who spent ridiculous amounts of money to try and look cool on a certain platform that is now named Shitter, apparently. It's an X, right?
Oh,
it's
the
an
X,
X, but you say it like Xi
Shitter.
Jinping, so it's
Love it.
What's up tonight?
You guys are great, and I just wanted to jump on and say that I love you guys, and it's wonderful to be part of this community. And I've met up with a few of the BHNers in Wellington now twice. We're going to hopefully make that a regular thing in 2025.
Nice, man.
And yeah, it's only been like 5 or 6 of us so far, but I'm looking forward to that little gang in well, not gang. No, we're not a gang. No, it's not a patch. The BHN shirt that I'm wearing right now, and in the pictures and stuff, we're a group of like-minded people, and it's really cool to have like minds like you guys around. And really appreciate it.
Cool, man. I'm when you talk about meetups and stuff, because I'm basically writing all the addresses for the merch, and I see like Kaitaia have like 4 postage, 4 different things going to Kaitaia, and it makes me smile because I go, there is no way in a place like Kaitaia someone is not going to see someone else wearing BHN merch, because it's small enough that within 4 people,
Sure.
it's going to be seen. So I think that meetup thing and the the world outside of us that is connected to us. Whether it's Nikki No Boats, that's gone well beyond us now. Or whether it's Karen Plunkett, that also has gone well beyond us now. Or whether it's you guys just being kind of satellite versions of what we do and connecting. I mean, I don't want to sound like a stuck record, but that's what community is. I love it. I love hearing it.
Yeah, like mine's, and you guys' commitment to fairness and to the facts, and like what the last speaker just said about like balance tends to be like this fake thing that a lot of media tends to try and hold to, and it's not real. I mean, it's just saying, oh, well, there's somewhere between the really insane crap that the other guys are saying and these people that somewhere in the middle, just half insane, is balance. It's not. Right?
That text I just read out from that person said that we should show where they criticised Labor, quote, for a balanced perspective. Why else? I have responded saying we're not balanced. We have a left-wing bias, but we are fair, and there is a lot we criticised Labor on. But you do understand everyone is actually biased. We're the only ones who will be honest about it.
Yeah, balance is fake.
Yeah,
it's a reason to sort of it's a reason to just sort of follow a line rather than actually speak truth to power, which is what real journalists are supposed to do and what you guys are doing.
Cool, man.
So I appreciate it very much.
Thanks, Cyber. Have a good one, yeah? Have a good Christmas.
Means a lot.
Cheers.
We'll see you
too.
in 2025. One of you guys can, let's go to JK. And Magenta, why don't you say good day to JK? You can run this one.
Kia ora, kia ora. I guess I'm running this. How's it going? What's up?
Oh, come in, JK.
Didn't work.
No, how do I?
Come in, JK.
No. Maybe we'll have
Three,
to...
Two.
One.
One. All right, we'll put JK back in the waiting room, and we'll go to Kiwi Bird instead.
Hey,
Kiwi Bird. Come
hell
in, Kiwi
yeah.
Bird. I think Kiwi Bird might have a camera there. I saw a little camera icon. You with us, Kiwi Bird? Oh, remember we were going to do that? We were going to say use your cameras on your laptops and show us your merch.
Oh, I hear a burb. I hear a burb.
You hear a burb? Do you see a burb?
Yes.
Nope.
No, we do not
No.
see a burb. Oh,
Wait, hang on.
we're getting a
Here you
burb.
come.
Are we allowed to see a burb?
Drum roll.
Hey!
Oh,
Hey!
hey! Big hairy burb. Beautiful.
That is a strong look. That is a strong look.
That's a
Stunning.
My bed. I was going to play some Christmas songs, but I thought, no, I'm not going to break bloody stream with that.
What's up, Kiwi Bird?
Cannot see you guys. I'm doing good. Before the show, I was drawing some more memes, as I like to do.
Thank you. I appreciate your hard mahi.
Yes. Someone's got to draw the memes.
And what you jumping on for tonight, Kiwi Bird? What do you want to share?
My highlight of the year is when Chewie banned Kiwi Rob.
I forgot about him.
It was school lunches.
Oh,
good.
That's
Remember,
right.
you can still experience Kiwi Rob every week on the working group.
Unfortunately.
I have to go and enjoy that experience at one point.
Well, yeah, you might want to make sure you've got.
The actual highlight for me was the actual highlight for me was finding this community and actually finding an audience that likes my political artwork. And yes, I have a cat.
Beautiful.
Yay, cat gang.
What's the cat's name?
Her name is Smudge.
Smudge. It's a good name for a cat. Smudge is a good name.
Yes.
Well, Kiwi Bird, thank you for all your input to the show as well. We see you in the chat, and we like to share your stuff. So thank you for being a part of that. We'll probably go see if Paul is up now. But thanks for calling us tonight, and have an amazing Christmas. And we'll see you in 2025.
Thank you for existing. See you then.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy I exist as well. I think that's a good thing to do. Let's go try Paula. I haven't spoken to Paula for a while, actually, Chewie. Kia ora, Paula, coming in live and loud and proud.
Tēnā koutou.
Tēnā koutou. What's up?
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Yeah, and to you.
Oh, same to you.
Okay. Right. I just want to support what Cyber said about, because we had a bit of a community beers last night.
Nice.
Yeah, we did.
With Magenta and a few. Yeah. And yeah, he's right. We're not a gang, but last night we were almost a political party that owned a bar named Chewie's.
Well, Paula was really driving that. She would not drop the fact that we need to make a bar called Chewie's and we need a political party.
That's right. And the non-alcoholic drinks would be called Baldies. Everything else is hairy.
See, it writes itself, people.
We had a good time, and Cyber's right. We need to do that more regularly and grow our little community here in Wellington.
Yeah.
I did also want to say, you mentioned earlier, lads, about 20. You started with 22 views. I wasn't one of those 22. I know. I'm regretting that.
We're one of our ride or dies.
Oh.
I could probably say that one of those 22s is my partner, and now she's at the stage of like just goes, oh, I might watch, but I can't be that angry all the time. I'm just going to watch the block.
Well, it's a blessing for us. But it occurred to me, if you started at 22 and where we are now, with this nearly 500,000 per month, that's the model of Kohanga Reo and the model of the success of Kura Kaupapa and the model of success for the Wānanga. Started with a couple of people in a garage.
Mm-hmm.
The community didn't really know what was going on, and now look where we are. You got Hana.
Yeah, very true.
And Ngā Waihonu.
Yeah.
So the future's bright for you guys.
Hope so, eh? Hope so.
If we treat it for and you're right. It's because it was only a year ago when we were at the end of the year. I remember we were concerned about whether we'll last 12 months. And we were talking about trying to get more sponsorship and all the rest of it. You just haven't mentioned that.
No, and to be honest with you, I think I said this during the week, to peek behind the curtain a little bit, is if we had got a sponsor on board, 12 months ago, 18 months ago, I would have jumped at it. But now, primarily thanks to the patrons, but also, there are super chats and there is merch, and this is just talking about the financial aspect. If someone came to us now and offered sponsorship or wanted to partner with us, my response would be, what's in it for us? Because we're in a different space. We all know the story about TVNZ booting us off YouTube for simulcasting their thing. Well, that gave me a relationship with some of the head people of news for TVNZ, and I pushed that really hard for quite a long time to try and ride their coattails. But I don't want to sound arrogant, but the tables have turned. Like if TVNZ came to me tomorrow and said, do you want to do something? I'd go, well, put a proposal in front of me. What does it do for us?
Brilliant.
What does it get us? And then we'll talk. Like, honestly, and it's not that we're not bigger than TVNZ, obviously, but because we run a lean ship and we enjoy what we do, there's not the same draw or drive to have to chase that now, thanks to you guys. Really? Is that fair, Chewie?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, we've mentioned Duncan Garner's attempt lately with his bigger, more established name and more backing and that sort of thing, and it's not working, or it's going to take a while for him to establish it. But it feels like he's looked at what we're doing.
And and the thing that will happen with him, and I don't want to pick on him because, he's got enough troubles just being himself. The thing about that is because it's a mainstream media company, they're driving money into it. So if it doesn't get immediate success, it will go away. Whereas because we've had 22 views at one stage and for some reason we stuck with it, we've had that 2-year runway to not have, as Chewie said earlier, the sponsor needing the return immediately. We just kept doing it. And so we were able to keep doing it because we were beholden to no one, and we still are beholden to no one based on the patronage and that. So it's a good thing. Yeah, it's good, and we're in a really different place. And I can't say thank you enough to you, Paula, and to all the people who are involved with what we do. As I've said 3 times tonight, whether it's financial or whether it's emotional support, that's Nala, or whether it's just sharing our stuff around. It's all a part of what we've done.
Totally agree. Yeah, and you know, this has been a shit year, really, and it feels like every day you wake up to angry. You know, there's a headline. You think you're having a good time one day, but then a headline goes past because David Seymour said something stupid. So, you know, so this 9 o'clock to that 90-minute hour you might get is like the therapy session we've had all year. So thank you.
Yeah, all right, man. Hey, thanks so much for being a part of it, Paula. We look forward to speaking to you, and we appreciate your take on the
Merry
world.
Christmas.
Especially when you help us out in areas of, you know, te reo and Māori and that kind of stuff as well. We really value and respect what you've added to the show.
Ngā mihi whānau. Merry Christmas.
And to you. All the best, eh?
You too.
Let's go back to JK and see if he's back there. And then we'll go to Wimbat Holio and Jeremy, and then I think we'll cut it off there. So we'll go one more time to JK to see if we've got a connection. Are you with us, JK? Oh, see, this is not going. Just going to give you 10 seconds, JK, and then we're going to have to move on. We need the whole music, eh?
Oh, there's too many musics now. It's Courtney Place. It's Courtney Place on a Friday night.
All right. Wombat Holio is coming up next. Wombat, are you there? You mic on and say g'day.
Oh, Marty, e homa. How you all doing?
Yeah, doing all right.
Hey.
Good. I'd say a big congratulations on the last year, how well it's been going. We need voices like this more now than ever before.
Thank you.
And I just figured I'd let you know as well, if you ever need any insight into AI, that is the field that I work in.
Oh.
So behind the scenes, behind the curtain, so to speak.
So it's one of the great things about doing commentary. I used to talk about doing this as talkback. It's one of the things that'd be very difficult to, back then you'd say automate, and now you'd say maybe turn into AI. I'm not saying it's impossible, but to have AI be able to do this opinion-based kind of stuff, not possible yet. So it's we've still got an industry that we can stay safe in.
Yeah. Having worked behind the curtain, I would say pretty close to not possible within the next 10 years.
That'll do us.
Good enough.
Because it's at a point now where you can feed it information and it can produce a podcast, which is quite weird. But it's used as a study aid. You still have to feed it the information.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I saw some of that news about the new stuff with like what was the new one that came out that's beating Sora AI. It's definitely made some impressive leaps. Yeah, that's the one, Google's one.
Which
There's definitely
one
a
was
lot
that,
going on.
sorry?
Oh, it's the new Google AI. I can't think of the name off the top of my head. Philip DeFranco was
not
talking about it the other
Gemini.
day. No, God, no. Not Gemini.
Gemini's dog shit,
No.
same as Copilot.
No, we'll definitely be keeping an eye on that AI stuff.
Well, hey, the other thing, Wombat, if you ever have any insights or ideas as to how AI can help us, like with reach and that kind of stuff, you know, we're about world domination. I think we're getting there. I did a podcast with someone the other day. They asked me to come on their podcast, and we were talking about numbers, and I made kind of a joke, like, oh, we're not the size of Mr. Beast, but you know, we're doing all right. And the host who was asking me these questions kind of then started to talk about this focus on numbers and how it can destroy sort of creativity. And this is the way I think about it, right? I think about numbers as a byproduct of what we're doing. They're not the focal point, they're a byproduct. In other words, if we do...
They're also a good metric.
Yeah. Yeah, and it means that I want to see us grow, and I want to see more eyes and ears, watching and listening to us, because I want to be able to influence with what we think is the truth and what we do. And but I think for us that'll always be the byproduct. And if there's something that AI can get in there and help us with our product get further, we'd be up for it.
At the moment, the thing it is very good at is brainstorming. It's actually just like having a work colleague, being able to bounce ideas off something. It comes up with all sorts of ideas you never would. Brainstorming is the thing that it excels at, and creative writing.
Yeah. Maybe you should drop me an email, Wombat. Maybe we can talk about that. BigHeroNews@gmail.com. All right, dude. Hey, listen, we're gonna go get Jeremy, and then we're gonna wrap up so we can say goodbye here as well. But it was lovely to speak to you, and thank you for being a part of what we're doing this year.
Of course. Ka kite.
All right. Catch you soon. And I think that, this is always, I'm going to do a big setup now, guys, but always what happens when you do a big setup is it won't work, will it? But let's go. Last person we're going to talk to for 2024. And this will be the best conversation we've had all night. And there's no pressure at all. Let's have a chat with Jeremy. Jeremy, are you there? See? You with us, Jeremy?
Can you hear me?
Hey, there you are.
Hey, there we go.
A bit of a delay, but I'm trying to work out the audio.
Yeah,
you
you sound.
audio between
That sounds terrible.
Discord and YouTube.
Yeah.
Don't listen to us on YouTube. Be listening to us on Discord only. Then you won't get the delay.
Yeah, just pause the stream on YouTube, so that should be much better now.
Yeah, there we go. What's up?
Oh, firstly, I just wanted to say I totally agree with the last few callers. Thank you for what you've been doing over over the year, I guess. I mean, I think I only heard about Big Hero News sometime over the last few months, and I flipping love you guys. Can't get over how much I love you guys. It's awesome, because as the calls before me were saying, there's pretty much no left-wing news out there.
Yeah, there's a few of us.
Media are supposed to be neutral, but what were you gonna say?
There's a few of us, but I hear you.
Yeah, true. A few.
Yeah, tune on Friday. We're gonna show you a few more.
Yeah, got some more coming.
What about Fraser?
The Leftist
What
Collective
did
on
you say about
Friday. The Leftist Collective on Friday. That's starting tomorrow, which means you'll find a few more leftist content creators to start watching and binging. There's going to be some awesome names coming along.
Cool. Okay. Well, do you know where I would find that?
Right here, my friend.
Right here
You
on
look
tomorrow.
like-
Tomorrow.
Right here.
Oh, cool. That's good. And also, interesting. I thought you said this is the last BHN show for this year.
This is the last BHN show for the year. Look, I'll tell you what. Why don't we just we'll say thanks for calling in and thanks for being a part of what we're doing. That's a bit of an average line there, but we'll explain everything next. So jump back on the YouTube feed and keep listening there, and we'll explain all about that. In fact, let's do that right now. Thank you guys for coming in and giving us sort of a call. We appreciate that. I'm just going to do
segue.
that. I always have to try and disconnect from Discord whilst we're doing the show, because sometimes I forget, and then me and Chewie will be saying nasty things about people once the stream's finished, and then I'll go, still on Discord.
Yeah, you can't let them in on the secrets.
Okay, let's do a couple of these chats that have come in. Let's explain tomorrow night. Then I think, Magenta, you've got some stuff to take us out with. Bubba, happy holidays, BHN. Chewie, why you steal my boiled tobacco line from the working group? I remember a tiny stream, new to YouTube, and less than 100 viewers.
Is that plagiarism?
I'm definitely not going to claim that I came up with boiled tobacco. Definitely would have seen it and gone, oh, that's fucking good. I need to do it as many times as possible until people give ownership to me. So, yes, I will acknowledge that.
Mama Mac, I came earlier this year because I told my son I wanted a New Zealand version of the US show I watched, and he recommended you. I stayed because of Pat and Chewie and the chat, and love the addition of Ems and Mags. I now watch daily. Mama Mac was someone, I think, who messaged when Chloe was here and gave us that comment about that an 80-year-old that she met said that for the first time they voted the Greens because Chloe was the best politician for her grandchild's future. I believe that was Mama Mac as well. So thank you for your super chats, very generous. And JK just saying, no idea why he couldn't hear me. Just wanted to say Seymour is an example of the worst sort of person. And thank you for that, JK. That is genuinely something that we needed to have said tonight, just because it's never ever said, is it, Chewie? Chewie, do you want to get to any more of those chats? You guys have been or either of you guys.
I think I might have started some of those. I think some are probably Chewie, some are probably mine.
You guys go for it.
All right.
You go first, Chewie. You get yours out.
I'll go first. Where are we? Okay, this is one that I spotted because I think for both Pat and I, this sort of comment means a lot to us. When I found BHN, I couldn't believe my eyes and ears seeing and hearing what Pākehā was saying. Simply amazing people. I see. I need to try better.
No, they should say Nui, I believe. I think they may have accidentally hit an M. Yeah, that's a spelling error.
And sort of just linking back to what was said about being authentic, like my views echo a lot of my friends as well. Okay, there are a core. I think there's a lot of Pākehā in New Zealand that are just like, there is no need for this level of division. There's no need for this feeling of being threatened by Māori becoming more prominent or more enmeshed in the way that we govern this country. And I think the people that David Seymour is representing, they're a minority. It shows in the elections. But where we fall down is when people go, I'm going to stay out of this. It doesn't affect me enough to get involved. So I'm just going to sit in my corner. Maybe I'm not the right person to be talking about it. You live in this country, you're the right person to be talking about it.
Yeah.
You know, if you don't think it's fair, you're the right person to be talking about it. You're the right person to say, this is something I believe in. So stand up.
There have been several conversations like this over the years. Everything from someone saying, oh, Pat, you had a blue check mark on Twitter, so I thought you're a fan of Elon and the right, just because I've got a blue check mark. I've got a blue check mark because I put audio and video on Twitter, and if you want to put more than 2 minutes, you have to pay for it. That's why I've got a blue check mark. But or people saying they came across us and from how we looked, thought we were
I literally
kind of
said
those,
that when I met you guys.
Yeah, those.
Oh yeah.
And it's nice. It's nice to smash illusions as well. Two dumbasses from Dunedin.
Coming out of that, I think one of my personal highlights this year was getting invited down for that panel down in Invercargill.
Yeah, for sure.
Speaking in front of a room of Māori educators and just feeling the same vibe from them that we get from our chat every night. And it's one thing to say something and see the chat fire off here. It's a completely other thing to say something in a room full of people and just hear that ripple through of people going, yeah, that's right.
Or laughing or whatever. It's great.
Yeah.
So imposter syndrome played a pretty heavy role in that, but you know, it's this thing that, you know, obviously you do this, you put some thoughts out there. If it connects, people want more, and that's what happens. It's cool. Yeah, I agree with you. That was a massive highlight.
There's an awesome example here. I mean, God bless you for giving Craig Rennie airtime. That was the first time I shared an entire stream to socials because of how important it was to understand. I mean, how many people are going and watching live streams of economists?
Yeah. But
that's special.
That's what we've always done. In fact, probably in the last 6 months, we've done less of academics than we've ever done, had fewer of them on. But that's what we do. You know, we actively say the thing I want to be the dumbest person in the room. I want to have experts on who are educating all of us. And that's what Craig is. And look, it seems that with what's happening with Craig and this national government at the moment, we may have more to do with him next year, but you have to come back next year to find out about that.
Yeah. And I mean, you kind of led into this one as well. Like, thanks for being my outlet for political frustrations this year. And I think, again, that's why we all come here. And actually, I had Rogers remind me to say, come to the Discord if you need something over the holidays. We're all in there. Anytime, you know, whenever you open up your phone and you see a infuriating headline and you go, I need to scream about this, the Discord is the perfect place for that. And that's why we have the whānau that we're building. And that's why I say whānau. We're not just a community. We are a family. Like, I talk to most of yous more than my actual family. Not gonna lie.
Now, you mentioned Discord, and I just had to pop in and just randomly I jumped into the meme page. Because everybody's good.
Oh
And,
no, you're gonna ruin something from later. That's already in. See, Chewie, you've.
What have
I
I
like
done?
that.
It's
Have I
great.
ruined
Magenta's got something to share.
Yeah, I mean, there wasn't mine, but
Aw.
it's in the compilation because that was
okay.
a stunner. It's fine.
Well, it wouldn't
it's
be a
fine.
show if I didn't ruin something.
It's a
so there we
teaser.
go.
It's a teaser.
No.
We call it
Well,
a teaser.
Team here, us, you three. Is there anything else you want to share or mention or whatever, or should we move in towards the end and say g'day to Magenta's wrap and then tell people what's happening tomorrow and sign off for Christmas?
Yeah.
Yeah. I had my highlight of the week this week.
Oh,
yes.
So obviously, Pat did a great honor for me and mentioned the Holly McAnulty.
Ah, that
And
one.
Did you see how
best way to-
embarrassed? Did you see how embarrassed he got? 'Cause
Yeah.
he knew. This is the thing. We've
Yeah.
gone beyond this show. He knew.
Yep. No, it was great. My partner described it as to his friends. He's like, "Oh yeah, Emily, yada yada yada. She's got this hashtag," and she was sitting on the couch giggling like a little girl. So I was like, you know what? That's fair. I was pointing at it like, Kara McAnulty knows who I am.
I know, right?
He did, like, in all seriousness, before we started the show, I kind of just gave him an update, you know, because when we won the awards, did you know we won these multiple awards?
Oh
Did you-
yeah.
No, don't bring it up. Don't bring it up. No, don't bring it up. It's too embarrassing. Don't bring it up. Don't bring it. He texted me and said, "Hey, congratulations." They know what's going on, you know, and so I kind of was giving him an update saying, "Oh yeah, we have this Friday night show," and he goes, "Oh, I've been watching." So, you know, he does know. It's he's looking for it. So
It's awkward because I'm pretty sure I said, I hope he doesn't watch this.
no, they do, and like lots of people do. I know, and I can't and won't say who. I know that there are Nikki No Boat stickers this week in Parliament being given out as Christmas presents to some MPs' workers. I know that because I've been told. I know.
That's
It goes
beautiful.
beyond us. It goes beyond, and that's the coolest thing. So we've
And
got
so should
community.
hashtag
We've got
Hot
community,
McAnulty.
but our community is going beyond its own walls to society. It's really cool, guys.
Oh, absolutely.
All right.
What about you,
Anything else, or shall we?
You got something there, bud?
Peter says his political highlight was the hospital protest in Dunedin. Yeah, that was pretty massive actually. The
Mhm.
Hikoi as well was pretty massive. So yeah. So should we move? Should we move into Magenta's news? Magenta news moment.
I second that.
Oh,
All right. Well, I mean, there's no music, but we're starting too fast. All right.
Oh,
so we're
whoa,
starting.
whoa.
This is some collation from the Discord. I will be pausing it because it's a bit of memes. We got a format though. We're going memes, then we're going community art or creations, then we're going into community comments, and then we're ending with some kind of highlights from the community. So
Right.
it has a flow. We've got the classic. This one. So all those people that you're saying that you're doing a great job, are they in the room with us right now? That was beautiful.
That's a great image of Luxo.
He does see a psychiatrist.
And I mean, I just thought this is a stunner.
Yeah.
Mark Mitchell.
Mark Mitchell.
And I mean, didn't Luxon have a great
That face.
I mean,
election, form coalition, work with
yeah, some very beautiful artwork. We've got Nicola back. We've got the hit. Look at this Labour
That's
badge.
very funny.
How
That's
you
very
remind me
funny.
about the series. Far away from accountability. Burn it to the ground. The economy.
Oh wow.
That's very funny. That's very clever.
I
Kudos
was
to
going
Labour.
through my treasure trove from the year. We've got this beautiful Women's Weekly, Nicola Willis, your Christmas guide to cooking the books. Our gift to you: more debt, less services, no ferries, no hospital. Austerity 101. Shame on you if you voted for this shit. Well, we've got a few Nicola ones, to be fair. why be an embarrassment when you can be a national trademark embarrassment? All the homes Chris Bishop has built, arriving on all the ferries that Nicola Willis has bought.
I did like that one.
Yeah. I can't cost your ghost ships.
Classic.
Yes, just bring back the Judith, because you guys haven't seen this. This is from
Angelica?
Rugrats. Yes, this
Yeah.
is all grown up.
Yeah.
And don't they just look so similar?
Yeah. That's not bad.
This was actually Rygen's creation in the Discord. One night, so there's a little bit of story behind this. One night, a bunch of people were having some arguments in the Discord back and forward, and some of us were just posting pictures of Simeon in between and laughing at it because it was funny. And so that also means that we get this. It's not a meme. It's just a picture of Simeon.
That was my reference for one of your requests there, Pat.
Oh, is this
Oh,
one
you sent that one.
Yeah.
There is an image out there where he's got a lollipop in his hand in the back seat. I don't know where that is, but that's
Then we got the girlfriend meme was like act weird nerd shit versus weird racist shit. And you know which one they pick every time. This was another
oh my god
beautiful piece of art.
Deep.
Can I?
Pretty
But can I just ask the obvious question? How is his reflection on the underside of the knife that's poking something away from him? I don't understand.
Because he's that
Probably based off the
talented.
original.
Right.
Answer your question.
It's
Pat.
everywhere.
Shut up, nerd.
This was a T-shirt at the Hikoi. The government is lying to you. Learning
I
with
love
Harold.
that.
As a
I don't know
90s
where this
kid, I
person got
love
it. Same. I remember the bus always smelt weird though. To be honest, it always
I
smelled
didn't like the
little
fan
weird.
noise and the fact that you were in
Yeah.
the dark. It was just, ugh.
It
Get
was
in
a
my
bit-
dark van. look at my sock puppet. Mama, don't do drugs.
Then we got classic Flight of the Conchords. I'm all for ending the suppressive system, but only if we do it without violence. So by magic? Or I guess unicorn kisses, isn't it? We call it unicorn kisses or some shit. And then what have we got next? You see, there we go. There was the plot form. Our beautiful. And then I just had to put this in just as a memory. Beautiful time.
This was a hell of a moment this year, though.
Oh, yeah.
I certainly didn't know the depth of Hooten's hatred towards Hobson's Pledge and Don Brash. Loved it.
This was just a really awesome image that someone posted in our Discord. And I just thought that was
Love that.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
And then obviously some creations
classic.
from the year.
Yeah.
The this one, which I don't know if the boys have seen this one, but this was on our Friday show. This was Detective Rogers went through and actually put the effort into making all of these and changing all of, like, you'll see no IQ, tough on crime, 14 layers of bullshit.
So good.
It's very beautiful. And then I believe the next one actually is from Kiwi Burb, has been at work.
Good on you.
The first, well, we figured we're probably going to end up with a lot of art with this. So I don't think this is the
That's
last.
really good.
Winnie. This was a highlight for me, is having my comment talking about having weapons on me while Damien's face was on the screen. Felt very threatening, and I liked it.
Wow.
And these are our comments. So we've
Jerry
got
is so
some-
bad as a speaker. Could his actions be considered gerrymandering?
Gerrymandering?
Meandering. Very meandering.
Meandering. See what we're doing there? Drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was cooked. Chewie, elusive. Stay, listen, and learn. Be boring, dogmatic, and tiresome, and be gone. Hiding racism behind equality is transparent. Not wanting to boast, but this is me. But I fucked up that nap.
What the hell was that about?
Yeah, I've noticed. I put this in for a reason. So I call you Papa Pat, but I've noticed you've started calling yourself Daddy a lot. So I'm going to encourage the rest of the chat to keep calling you Daddy from now on. I'm not gonna. But
I was
chat-
just
Papa
saying.
Peck.
I was
That's
just
it.
saying that I nailed that chat so good. It was
I'm sure you
nap.
did.
That nap, I fucked it up. It was awesome.
I'm sure you did.
You
This
know,
beauty from the
asking you,
Zaddy.
asking you.
Oh,
No,
we're getting
no.
Zaddy? Hell yeah.
Does
Oh
that?
no,
Hashtag Zaddy Cat.
no.
There are two moments that I think John Key should have instantly lost his prime ministership and been banished to an island.
Is it
That's
deep
one of
throwing the
them.
hot dog?
Yeah.
The other is the three-way handshake after the Rugby World Cup.
Yeah.
Like, he should have had a press
Is
conference.
it a national thing? Because Luxon did it with Seymour and Peters too. Is that just like a? you know?
Yeah. No, it clearly is. But to be a prime minister and do it on TV with an All Black after a big trophy and just go, "Hi, New Zealand, John Key here. We all saw that. I'm leaving. Bye. You'll never hear from me again."
Some gamer
No,
handshaking.
stop it.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Oh,
This one is a bit of a chat. So we started thirsting after more. Craig Rennie is now in our thirst collection. So someone actually tagged us in a video of Craig Rennie with a 5 o'clock shadow just to announce that, so we all knew. So we got new political thirst trap just dropped because sharing is caring. And then Aidan assumed that Hottie McAnulty was out, but just to confirm for everyone, we are now trying to create the coalition of cunty, and we're just going to start thirsting after
Oh, I like it.
politically amazing
End up on a
people.
list.
I don't care. I want to make politics hot, all right? I want to see people caring about the environment. Like, that's sexy. And
Hey,
then,
Chewie.
yeah.
Chewie.
Yeah.
Anyone in the
Yeah,
National Party? Anyone in the National Party that you find is attractive?
That's a hard one.
Oh no!
I mean,
it's the
Tala
exact
Portucker's
opposite
not
of
do-
a hard
not
Do
doing too
I
bad.
do I release tonight? We might shave thousands of subscribers off, but do I release tonight who I think's a bit of a hottie in the National
Ooh.
Party?
Or do we wait until we hit a certain amount of subscribers?
Oh.
And then we will release.
Hold that hostage.
Yes, we can.
I think Chewie just threw up in his mouth a little bit. That's what I saw.
He's like, don't make me pick. Don't make me pick. Anyway, here's something cute and wholesome. This was when Frosty was showing us some Minecraft AI, and the community was just hanging out, and it was a very sweet moment. So yeah, I'm going into the wholesome now. We've gone away from the spice.
Can I ask a question? Sorry, can I ask a question? Are we going to be here until midnight? Like, I'm
No,
just
we're
preparing
very
myself.
close to the end.
Okay, good.
So this is just some lovely comments from people that I thought was nice.
Oh.
And I'll skip past them since Dad wants to hurry up. And this is the community. Look at these beautiful people with their
wow,
beautiful
cool.
shirts. And we got a couple more, I believe. I don't know how fast I made it. This is just some people that I've met while I've been out and about in Wellington. This was us at Fork and Brewer. And this is just a little bit of highlights from my year of just meeting some really awesome people, because the one thing that I think has really become apparent to me while I was looking through all of this year is that at the end of the day, there was like two themes, and it was this, that he aha te mea nui o te ao, he tangata, he tangata, he tangata. You know, what is the most important thing? It's people, but also te akina te taiao mō ngā mokopuna. Like, let's protect the planet for our future.
Yeah.
Like, that's what it's about. At the end of the day, it's about community, and it's about looking after, you know, the things we need to exist, like the world and the planet and water and stuff. And that is my presentation.
And this, my dog's got no head. Even
Oh.
there.
Poor Nala. I mean, fair point.
As long as she's not talking, I guess.
I can't confirm.
Oh, Okay.
It's slim pickings. It's slim pickings, guys.
It is
We're going on. If we're going objectively
No,
on
stop.
looks,
Hang on. Stop. What was that, Chewie?
Okay.
That was so begrudging.
not a no.
Beautiful.
She slid into my DMs a couple of times.
Oh.
I mean,
Does it tell you to shut the fuck up?
I feel quite dirty after saying that. It feels weird. Hey, there are some very generous people. I just want to acknowledge these people as well before we sign off for the year. That one in particular, Jeremy. Thank you for the super chat. What's up with Luxon today? Yeah, he's being a twat. Kooky Nick, guess who was late for the last show? Mr. Arvids, not in your dreams, Pat, not calling you that. Kooky Nick notices the dog has no head. Nala sleep sliding off her bed.
Can I just give a shout out to Kooky? He has been ride or die right from the fucking get go. He's someone I've known for many years, but was one of the early Patreon. Like he was always there for BHN, and he's the guy that came up with late fee. So if we're talking about people's influence far and above outside of what we do, yes, he's the man that invented the late fee that is now rigidly enforced of anyone that is not here on. But yeah, you're a good dude, Coogie. You're a good dude.
And just to wrap up the super chats, huge thanks to a very generous super chat from Avasta 8. It's very generous, $90. Wow. Love the Mahi fam. Thank you very much. We appreciate that. Right. As we wrap up for the year, a couple of things. I said this to you guys earlier in the week that the merch store is going to stay open through the summer period. We are here. I'm staying in Dunedin, not going away anywhere. So the hoodies on the merch store at the moment are numbered. In other words, if you go into the buffer one and you look for a pink one, well, you can't get one because that sold during the show because there was only one left. But if you want to buy a green one, there's large and there's 2XL. If you want to buy a maroon one, there's 3XL. So it's the end of the stock. So we're going to leave it up there and we'll make sure it gets sent out to people if you want to do it. Of course, all those T-shirts are there and there's plenty of the T-shirts as well. Stickers are there. Emily's work there on screen for everyone to see. And other than that, a huge thanks to our patrons who have, some of us have been with us for a very long time. And to remind people, come this weekend, I'm going to be making the best ofs. So Monday next week, there'll be a best of January. Tuesday, there'll be a best of February. Friday, there'll be a best of whatever comes after February. Then I've started to lose myself. So the following Monday. And so we've got 11 shows off, 11 best ofs. There won't be a best of December because I can't figure out how to do 12. Unless I find, and look, honestly, Monday's show is Professor Margaret Mutu talking about being a buffer. Like, honestly, the shows that are going to be on during that period are far better than what we do every night. far better. So check them out. And if you are a patron, or if you want to be a patron, if that happens, if you become a patron before the weekend, then you will be in the credits right through the holiday period. If you become a patron during the holiday period, then you'll be put into the credits when we get back to live shows. Make sense? Just giving you a heads up in case someone becomes a patron next week and doesn't realize they're not in the credits, because we'll be making those shows over the next 3 or 4 days. Other than that, big news for tomorrow night. Chewie, myself, Calvin Morgan, Spiderhoof, and Bomber will be hosting the show tomorrow night, hosting a new show. Paul, the other one, Barlow, will be joining us during that show at some stage. And Clint Smith, former advisor to Jacinda Ardern, will be joining us at some stage. So we've got 5 left contributors and content creators hosting tomorrow night's new show.
Cremators.
It's called The Leftist Collective. We will probably look to do it once a month all through next year, where we get a chance to get, like people are saying tonight, I could find other, well, we want to bring those other people in front of you. show you where they are, show you how to connect to them. And it goes the other way. We want to be put in front of their audience as well, so we can grow this ecosystem together. Those who are smaller than us, we can lift up. Those who are bigger than us, they can drag us up. And yeah, we keep moving forward with this thing that we're doing as a group. So tomorrow night, 9 p.m. live here is the Leftist Collective. You will then be able to get that content on all of the contributors' platforms. So the Leftist Collective will go on everyone's social medias. That's because they will own it. So this is something that we're doing as a community, as a commune, as a collective, you might say. And then that content will be used by Lefty Fest. That's actually quite good as well, Dr. Atkinson. We're just talking about what we're going to call it. But there you go. So that's tomorrow night. And Kooky Nick has sent one more super chat, which just says, "Happy holidays, everyone. May you never be as late as me." Is there anything else, Team BHN, that we need to mention before we sign off for the night and for the year? Okay,
I
then.
mean, I did have one quick thing that I'll say. I'll go fast. But I just wanted to say that I've noticed in the Discord that there's been a lot of like good contributors like Raijin, Kiwi Burb, and Detective Rogers have done so much work in terms of like just pumping out memes and content. And also we've had two newcomers, Nicholas NZSL and Untimely Top Hat, who have also been coming in very strong. And then just a lot of people in the chat who have just been keeping it going have been really awesome. Like a lot of them are our patrons. They are names that I see in the credits, but just really loving to see how much you guys are all just sometimes fighting a bit too much. And I have to come in there and, me and Chewie sometimes have to come in there, but it's really awesome to see you guys building such an awesome community.
Cool,
100%.
nice. Chewie, do you want to leave with anything?
No. I was chatting with I shared a couple of words with political cartoonist Sharon Murdoch on Blue Sky today. When someone said, "Hey, this must have been great for you because there's so much material," and she goes, I wish I was struggling for material," and I sort of came in and go, "Yep, I'd really like BHN to pivot. It would split in two, and I'd do movie reviews and Pat to do some bullshit about sport, I assume." But they keep giving us material, and it's so much. But yeah, I think we acknowledge that the things that we say need to be said, and there is an audience for what we have to say, and it is a community of people that are feeling the same way. It's important what we do. So yes, death to National, death to ACT, death to New Zealand first.
Woo!
And liberate all the girls. This is Sharon Murdoch and her cartoons. So
some great stuff.
Yeah, she's an absolute champion.
Emily, got anything you want to say or anything you want to offer?
Nah, thanks for watching the Friday show and enjoying it, and it's only going to get better. I hope. Or worse.
Cool.
It might just deteriorate more.
It will get something. It will change somehow, and
Yes.
people should be here to witness the change. Better?
Yes.
Worse?
Look, OG Friday night, people.
I said on Blue Sky today that 2025 has to be the year of direct action. General strike 2025. You can hashtag that. Go on.
Yep.
Hasn't been
I
a
asked
general
Craig
strike
Rennie.
1979.
Yep. I asked Craig Rennie if he could explain it. Don't know why he would explain it, but I thought he might be able to explain it. But yeah. Someone will be able to explain it.
Yep.
Last super chat we're going to do. Ian Fraser, thank you for your super chat. Aroha nui to all the BHN team. You've helped change feeling hopeless into a community, and it has definitely helped my mental health. What a lovely chat to wrap up on. Thank you all for being a part of what we have done this year. It sounds a bit trite because so many people say this thing, but I don't think so many people mean it like we do. Without you guys, literally, this wouldn't be happening in all aspects of that. Thank you so much for being a part of what we're doing. You will see me and Chewie tomorrow night on this channel, whatever you're watching us on. Well, actually, on this channel? Just think, because if you're watching it on Facebook, maybe you won't see it on Facebook because it's not a BHN product. But on the YouTube channel, it'll definitely be on the YouTube channel, definitely on my Twitter tomorrow night with the new Leftist Collective show turning up. And other than that, Emily and Magenta will see you on the 13th of January.
I hope so.
Chewie and I will
Or-
see you on the 20th of January. Have a great break. There will still be lots of content coming out if you need your fix, so you can get it here still. And we look forward to seeing all of you and more people coming back for the middle to end of January, remembering, obviously, Waitangi Day is going to be a big day in this country. And as I've said before, because I will be at Waitangi, on Waitangi, we might just do some special stuff as well. We'll see how that works out. But we will catch you in 2025 for more editions of Big Hairy News.
Oh.
Help us settle a debate, whether it be thoughtful or funny, even if we're all creatures of hate. It's a fine line that we're walking together. For better, push aside the temptation to berate. Let's take a note of the corners we stand in. As many points as the hairs on my chinny chin chin. When the news that we're watching is hairy, knowing all the things that we need to be wary of. Like the rich have the hand out for rewards, while the many have to work out what they can afford. And the rest of us ain't paying attention, or maybe have questions we're too worried to mention. Other media is still dwelling on trivial facts, vetting peas from the rice and the mice from the rats, and picking and choosing a warpath to run, and linking ourselves with the hill to die on. It's gotta come down to a welcoming vibe, with an A and a self and a higher in mind. All have a lean either this way or that, and will be analyzed by what Chewie and Pat. With the evil in the world trying to mess with your head, and you're sitting on the couch, you think your chivalry's dead. Each night, 2 nights, they're gonna sing you to bed. It's Big Hairy News.
Nothing really else to offer, team, that we haven't offered already. So thanks again. We'll catch you tomorrow night for the Leftist Collective. We'll catch you in 2025 for more Big Hairy News. And that's it from me. You guys got the chance to say goodbye now as well, but I'll say hooroo.
Bye.
Bye, fam.
Keep cool till after school, Fano.
I don't think
Come
we
back and
stuck
join
that.
us.
I don't think we stuck that landing, guys. But you know,
You didn't
it'll
tell
do.
us what order to go in, Dad.
We did it.
Organize your family.
Catch you soon, Whānau. Catch you soon.
Oh, puppy.
Baby.
Bye.